At the end of the day, it's all about freedom.
Let me just make this clear where I say, I don't think Donald Trump is that real threat necessarily. As I've said for a long time, my impression is that, as Tom Woods said, I think he nails it on the head when he said that Donald Trump does not seem to understand the significance of his own moment. I personally have never heard Donald Trump speak on any issue where he has convinced me that he has any deep understanding of that issue. Never once. Never once heard him talk about a single subject where I went, okay, this man has read the briefings, understands the dynamic here, understands the issue, he's on top of it. Literally not a single time, okay? He hasn't, and I think a true threat would look a lot more like someone like Ron Paul or someone who did have a threat, who did have an understanding and was ready to get in there and attack what the actual, issues are, the real issues, okay? Yeah. Now, he's not that, but I think he's at least outside of their control, and he's a little bit of a loose cannon. Yeah. Donald Trump has this thing that I think really scares them, which is that he believes, well, listen, it's more than that. He believes in himself. He believes in the fact that he was elected to this office and he is a leader, and Donald Trump does not take anything as a given. He doesn't just take it as when you show him a new thing and you just go, well, this is what we're doing because this is American protocol and this is what we've done for 60 years. He goes, I don't like it. Let's scrap it. He goes, well, we don't talk to Taiwan. I'll call him. Yeah. Someone asked him today, they go, we're not I loved it. He was on an interview the other day and the guy said, I forget who it was interviewing him, but he said, well, why would you called Taiwan? I mean, is that, are you saying that America no longer respects the one China policy? He goes, one China policy? He goes, that's great for China. We don't have to accept the one China policy. That's a great answer. Yeah, why do we have to accept that? Okay, sorry. No. Anyway, so there's that. So that this is there. But there's, look, I don't know. So the point I'm making is this, right? I don't think we're actually close to a place where we're going to overthrow the empire, where we're going to end the warfare machine, where we're going to shut down the Federal Reserve. We're not even getting close to really touching those entrenched power interests, right? But their great bubble, okay? The war machine and the Federal Reserve and the deep state, all of them, their big bubble, which has been the mainstream media, is to some degree under threat right now. The guy who ran the most anti-mainstream media campaign ever has won, and he's in there. And what's interesting now is that we've always theorized about what it might look like. What it might look like if we actually started to threaten this power structure. Mm-hmm. And I think you're starting to see that. You're starting to see that on at least with the media, how they react.